Hi member, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if it's your first time. So today we're looking at 2023, your year in detail, and we have 3 piles. This is pile 1, it says Lady with a Bosch Egg, Ancient Wisdom. This is pile 2, Ghost of the Pumpkin Patch, Count Your Blessings. And this is pile 3, Angel of Time, Working Too Hard. So take your time, go to whatever one you feel intuitively called to. I'm going to give you guys a couple seconds, and I'll get into like what we're going to go over for your year in detail, basically, to see what's going on. And I will see you guys on the other side. Hi, pile 1. Welcome to your reading. So today we have your year in detail, 2023, which is super exciting. Sorry, I had to check my microphone. Okay, so we have your 2023 year in detail. And so I got general messages for your year in 2023. I have your love messages. I have your career. And then I have your friendships. So for your general messages, we have Lady with a Bosch Egg, Ancient Wisdom. We have Medicine Woman 17. I pulled 2 cards. I couldn't fit them, so I just put them on top of each other. We have Loyal Heart 35, and then we have New Life 39. And for your love messages, we have Angel de los Muertos, Transitions to the Spirit Realm. We have Spiritual Journey 35, and 9 Treasure Island. So for your career, we have Death in the Maiden, Invasion, Boundaries Violated, and Dominance 28, 15 Karmic Debt, 28 Building Blocks. And then for your friendships, we have 26 The 3 Fates, What Comes Around, 19 Plant Seeds, and we have 14 Truth Be Told. So I'm going to start with your general messages for 2023. I feel like you guys right now are going through a big, huge transition and moving into this new life kind of card. I feel like you've awoken almost. Like you may have had spiritual awakenings in the past, but one of the main things for you guys is you're awakening even more. And you're becoming more comfortable maybe with spirituality, with maybe trusting yourself. I think you're becoming more comfortable with the fact that you do have a lot of ancient wisdom, and you always have. And I think that everyone may have always said, oh, you're so wise, or you're an old soul, and that may have been a source of pain for you. But I think now you're seeing it as an asset. And in 2023, you're really coming into your own. That's kind of what I'm getting. I feel like you're really coming into your own. You're becoming loyal to yourself. Like we have this loyal heart card, which I think is indicative also of soulmate energy, because I definitely feel like if you guys aren't in a relationship yet, you have a soulmate coming in and it's very spiritual, which I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit. But I do think that the reason you're having a soulmate come in, if you're not in a relationship, is you're loving yourself, you're filling your own cup up, and you're tending to your own heart first. And in 2023, that's something I see you guys doing. It's like, what I hear is, how can I tend to myself? How can I love myself more? How can I fill my own cup? How do I not turn to others for external validation? And how do I pull on my wisdom to get me through situations? And how do I continue to trust my wisdom and trust my intuition? And it's just really interesting because this owl card we have another owl card right here. And I just think that it just shows how wise you guys are. I feel like you guys are very wise, and you always have been, but I feel like the more you awaken into yourself, and the more you champion and love yourself, the more you're getting comfortable with trusting your own intuition. I don't know if you always have. I think that it may have been hard to. I think people in your life have taught you not to trust yourself because they wanted to take your power, or because they couldn't handle you standing in your power, or because you were always right and they didn't want you to win. I don't know, just kind of what I'm getting. And I think you're learning about how to say, no, that's not good enough for me. I don't need anyone else to validate or my existence. I can validate my own existence. And you're coming into this new you and this new beautiful part of you, which is very wise. And I think that you're really seeing how your wisdom can help make such a big difference for others, not just for others, but for yourself. And you may be getting more into spirituality as a general message, more into, because we have this Medicine Woman card, and if you're not into spirituality, then you could just be getting more connected to nature is kind of what I'm getting. You could be moving somewhere that has more nature soon, but there's something about nature here and the earth and getting more connected to the earth that's happening in your general messages. And you're really protecting yourself. Like there's this girl right here, right? And she's got this egg and it's cracked a little bit, but she's holding it safe. Oh, it's like a little, a chick that's hatching. And I think you guys are hatching into a new life. You guys are hatching into a new you, and you're protecting it. You're saying, I'm not giving away my heart unless you deserve it. I'm not giving away my heart unless you give me back what I'm putting in. Like you're going to put the work in. You put a lot of work into your relationships. I feel like that pile one. You're very like, I'll do about anything to make sure that my relationships thrive. But sometimes I think it's hard because you found people that don't match your energy, don't match what you give, and or people that have taken advantage of you. And I think you're realizing that. And I think you're realizing and saying, no more. I'm not doing that anymore. I don't need you in my life if you're not going to give me back what I'm giving to you. And I feel like you guys are quite analytical as well, because usually in my readings I'm not as analytical, and I feel a lot more analytical just specifically with this pile right now. So you guys may have very good analyzing powers, and tying that in with a loyal heart and this ancient wisdom, it's very powerful energy. You guys are a very powerful person, and I feel like you guys are very smart and logical and practical, but you also have this beautiful heart that you're protecting, and your relationships and the people in your life only get to see that heart if you decide to show them. And you're learning about which people to show your heart to and which people not to show your heart to, and learning about how to cut the people out of your life that are not, I think 2023 is a year where you're like not taking any bullshit. And I'm not saying you took a lot of bullshit before, but I think that since you're loving yourself more, you're like, I'm not going to take any more bullshit. I am choosing to love myself. And if you can't meet me where I'm at, then I don't want you in my life. And that is beautiful, because you deserve people in your life that give you back what you give out. And you guys are a very giving person. I feel like you guys have an extremely loyal heart, like really loyal, like loyal to the point where I don't know how to explain it. It's like loyalty is maybe one of the things that you hold most dear in friendships and with people in your life. Like loyalty, you are a very extremely loyal person, so deeply loyal in a way that is very loving, and like, I will fight for you. I will, like, I shouldn't say kill, but like, I will kill for you. Kind of that energy. Like you're that loyal, like where you would go to the ends of the earth to help your friends. You'd go to the end of the earth to help your significant other. You're very good at protecting other people. You're very good at showing up when people need you. And I think it's really beautiful, and people take advantage of that kindness and that loyalty, and they have. And I think you're learning about how to say no to the people that are not loyal back to you and or don't appreciate your loyalty. Like genuinely don't appreciate you. And you're learning about, I think you're very self-aware, and I think you can spot that shit from a mile, but maybe your head goes, oh, well, like, maybe your head sometimes plays with you and tells you that, like, not to trust yourself. And I think 2023 is like a year of like, no, I'm going to trust myself, and I'm going to trust when I don't feel like they're giving me what I need back and don't appreciate me from my loyal heart, basically. Okay. So for your soulmate energy, I thought it was so interesting. So we have transitions to the spirit realm, then we have spiritual journey, and then we have treasure island. If you're in a relationship now, your relationship is becoming a lot more spiritual. I don't know why I got like spirit coming into your relationship more. I don't know. I saw energy kind of moving into you guys as a couple, and exploring deeper depths of your relationship. If you're in a relationship with a significant other, if you're not in a relationship with a significant other, you may meet your soulmate this year. I really feel like that. 35. You may meet them in March. Or June. You may meet them in March or June. I feel like, or what's before June? Sorry, guys. I have a fever right now, so I may be a little bit off on my numbers. Excuse me. But I feel like if you haven't met your soulmate, the soulmate that's coming in for you is extremely spiritual. And your relationship, you may want someone spiritual. Maybe that's something that's been lacking in past relationships, and that's something you're really kind of looking for. It may not be your most top priority, but the thing is that I see that it's a very spiritual thing. And it's not just spiritual, the relationship, but it could be the journey of you meeting your soulmate. It's very fated, and it's very spiritual in the way that, like, it's meant to be, and it says transitions to the spirit realm. I don't know. I feel like a lot of you have someone watching over you, and they are helping you find the soulmate. That's kind of what I'm getting. Some of you may have lost somebody, and you may have them ushering in this new soulmate. That's kind of what I'm getting. I got a lot of pain with the grief of, like, losing this person. But they're bringing in this treasure island, the spirit, it could be someone that's died or someone that's passed on. It could be ancestors. It could be a parent. It could be a grandparent that's passed on to the other side that's helping usher in this soulmate for you. But I really see strongly that it has a spiritual element to it. I don't know. It may be different for all of you, and that's why I'm getting a couple answers, or it could be all three. It could be the fact that there's someone bringing in a spiritual soulmate for you. This relationship's going to be quite spiritual, and it's fated. That's kind of what I'm getting for your soulmate energy in 2023. And it's a really beautiful, deep relationship where you're not going to feel like you're carrying the relationship alone. You may have felt like, I don't know why, when I see this turtle, I feel like there's something it's carrying, and it's like, I feel like in the past you've carried relationships on your own, and I've done a lot of the work, like we talked over here about these general messages, and I feel like this is an equal partnership coming in. Or if you're in a relationship, then your relationship's getting more equal in some way. But I definitely feel like for the singles of this pile, if you are not with your soulmate and haven't met them yet, you could be meeting them in 2023, and it's a very spiritual and deep and meaningful relationship, and it's fated. Like, it was just really interesting that there were so many spiritual cards. I was like, what does this mean, you know? Okay, so for your, what was I going to say? For your career, okay, this I thought was super interesting. I was looking at this like, what is going on? So we have invasions, boundaries violated, and dominance, and then we have karmic debt. So I couldn't figure out if this was past energy or future energy, but there is somebody in your career or creative passion projects that you're working with that is a karmic debt. So you have a karmic contract with this person, and you are meant to fulfill this contract by learning a lesson or having a full embodiment of whatever this thing is between you two. But I don't feel like they have your best interest at heart. This card is all about being dominated by somebody that doesn't care, that doesn't have a heart, that's very cold, that may seem one way but is not. I feel like I don't want you to get scared either, because if you haven't met this person and you're going to meet them in 2023, be aware that there's a karmic debt here, and that you're meant to stand in your power, and you can overcome it, and you will overcome it. It's meant to happen that way. Believe in yourself, but also be very, with your career specifically, be very cautious about who you invite in to do collaborations, who you work with. Don't have any personal relationships if you feel that ick feeling, or that, like, trust, you don't feel like you trust them fully, or there's some red flags, or even if there's no red flags and your intuition is telling you something weird and you don't know why. Understand that there could be someone that's coming in. I really feel it strongly, actually. There's someone coming in or has been here with you already. I kind of felt like some of you, this could be past energy, and you're overcoming this, and that's kind of what is showing in the reading. But I think this lesson is meant to teach you how to listen to your intuition, how to stand in power and integrity, how to move forward, how to love yourself and not blame yourself for everything that happens, and how to have compassion from a distance, right? Because we can have compassion for someone that's an asshole, because assholes usually are born out of pain, but it doesn't mean that we have to have a relationship with them and be hurt by them. We can have compassion from a distance. And so I really feel also we have this building blocks card, and then, I did pull another card. It was like go at a distance, or go to the distance. I really feel like your career is taking off in 2023 as well. And I think that you're learning about how to slowly build up your business, like building blocks. Like you're really learning about how to take one step at a time. You're learning how not to compare yourself to other people and what they're doing in their business. And a lesson that you've been learning, this lesson's a big lesson that you're learning in 2023. This learning how to trust yourself, learning about how to not have people in the career situations too close to you that you don't trust. I'm not saying don't trust everyone in your career or that you do collaborations with, but I am saying be very cautious and don't make any moves until you sit with like the thought of them. Let's say you have somebody that comes up to you that you don't know yet and you just meet them, right? I think it's sometimes easy. Like I would jump into relationships and because I'm so nice, right? And that would create problems for me because I wouldn't see the person for who they really were and I wouldn't listen to my intuition because my head would be like, oh, you know, they're fine. They're nice. Like you're just tripping. You know, that's what my head would say. And I learned about how to not speak as much, sit in my silence and go back to my body. And I said, how do I really feel about this person? What's my first gut reaction to them? What is your gut reaction to this person? What is your gut reaction to the people that you meet in your career or just in general life? This is a great lesson for general life as well. What is your intuition say at first meeting about somebody without anything coming out of their mouth, without any relationship there? What is your gut feeling? What do you feel when you first meet them? You guys have very talented spiritual gifts. You guys are very wise. You guys have a very loyal heart, and I think you guys are really, really analytical and self-aware. So when you first meet them, what is their body language telling you? I think you're very good at reading body language. I mean, it's like different for all of you, right? Because some of you could be better at reading energy. Some of you could be better at reading the body language. Some of you could do both. I mean, it's very interesting energy. I think you guys are very good at reading people. So trust your instincts because you guys have good instincts. I think that this person that's coming is meant to come in. You guys made a karmic contract before you guys got here in the soul world, before we incarnated, and you decided to have this lesson with them for some reason, but they definitely are not who they say they are, and they're definitely not someone that has your best interest at heart. They're definitely someone who wants to overpower, control, dominate, invade your business. I think they're jealous. I think that they have a need for ego and a need for power, and I think that they come one way, but they actually are another. They look one way and they have a mask, but they really are someone else deep down. And I think the more you get comfortable with trusting your intuition and the more you choose yourself and you will crush this lesson of this karmic debt person. You will crush the lesson. If you choose yourself in all situations, if you tend to your loyal heart above all others, fuck everyone else. If you do that, you're going to be okay. I promise you. It's like learning about what are my patterns of behavior when it comes to other people and how do I continually choose and nurture myself and not let my head tell me all these reasons why I'm wrong for it, because you're not wrong for having an intuition about someone. You don't need to have anybody in your life that you don't want. Genuinely, end of story. Like if you can't give yourself permission, I'm giving you permission. I think what you're learning in 2023 is giving yourself permission to do this, and it's okay. And to learn how to trust your body and your intuition and not trust your mind maybe as much. I'm not saying don't trust your mind. I'm just saying see the thoughts and see the feeling in your body, and if they match, you're okay. If they don't match, then see why they don't match and then learn why your brain is telling you something different than your body is. There you will find your answers. I'm telling you. Okay, and for your friendships, so there's this 3 Fates card, and I did a video with Rena and Helen, Rena from Gold Key Guidance and Helen from Eye of the Serpent Tarot, and we did the 3 Fates, the Mariah sisters, and so I think it's really interesting. If you haven't watched that video, I'm going to link it in my description box. Go watch it. It's about the 3 Fates, and because it's interesting. I think it's interesting that we have the card come up, so I don't know. There might be messages in there for you guys. So for your friendships, the 3 Fates, this is about seeing karmic patterns as well. This 3 Fates card is about seeing patterns. What has your patterns of friendships been in the past? Have they been equal? And I think what you're learning and what you're finding in 2023 is the truth about relationships. You're learning how to trust yourself, and that's why this truth. You're learning how to trust your wisdom. excuse me. I think it's also interesting we have a mask here. We have a mask right here. And then we have the wise owl on the top. And I think you're learning about how to see through the masks that people have in 2023. And you're planting seeds and going slow in friendships. I think it's just what comes around, like, goes around, obviously, right? So I think you're learning about what you have, how special you are, how special of a friend, how wonderful of a friend you are, how loyal of a friend you are. And you're learning, I'm fucking cool. I'm great. And if you can't match me, if you can't be great back with me, I'm not going to be great to you. And I'm not going to give a fuck, basically. And I think that you're really planting beautiful seeds in relationships and learning about what relationships make you feel good and what relationships don't make you feel good, and how to have better friendships, better quality friendships, how to find better friendships, how to put yourself out there, how to speak about your feelings, how to trust. I think that's another thing that you're doing in 2023. I think your relationships are getting better. I feel like this energy is really beautiful. You're learning a lot of lessons in 2023, and I think you've learned this lesson specifically also in 2022 or right now. The energy feels recent. And I feel like your 2023 is really beautiful. I think that here you're coming into your own, realizing your beautiful, loyal heart, and you're not letting people in that aren't loyal to you and that don't champion you. Here you're having a very beautiful soulmate relationship, or a relationship with someone that's very spiritual and very fated. And then we have you learning about how other people wear masks and how other people don't necessarily have your best interest at heart, and how to trust yourself and how to crush more lessons when it comes to standing in your power, and how to build your business up slowly and how to take your time. And then we have here with beautiful friendships coming in, because you're learning about how to go slow. It's interesting because this energy is very rebirth, renewal, kind of like the death card is what I'm getting. Slow and steady wins the race is what I'm getting. Like, you guys are learning that you don't have to go from 0 to 100. You can work really slowly, and I think you're taking a lot of time for yourself and building quality relationships in soulmate and friendships, and learning how to build your career up and trust people that are trustworthy, and learning about how to rely on your intuition, your ancient wisdom, and your loyal heart. And then we have this new life is coming in, which I think is because you're doing so much of this work right here. This is a lot of work. These 4 areas you've done work in, and you're continuing to do work in. Okay, I'm going to pull some tarot. I don't know if I should pull Santa Muerte tarot or these. I'm going to do this tarot, actually. Spirit, can I have, I need three for each. 1, 2, 3. So for general messages, Spirit, for pile 1. We have 7 of Cups, upright. We have the Star in reverse. Okay. We have 3 of Wands, okay? And for your, you know what? I'm just going to do, right, okay, so for general messages, 7 of Cups, I feel like you're learning about how to look at your options in life and how to look at your dreams and your desires. And I think there is a little hesitation to go after what you want, but I think you're working through the fear and doing it anyways. Then we have a Star in reverse, which I think is really interesting. Yeah, okay, so the Star in reverse, I feel like, is that you've had hopelessness in the past, and you're learning about how to find hope and find faith and find inspiration and how to get your creativity flowing again. I think you've had a lack of that. And I think you're learning about in 2023 how to step forward and go after what you want anyways. And then we have 3 of Wands, which I think is also really interesting. This is about progression, expansion, foresight, opportunities, dreams coming true. You're really looking, it's interesting because we have this guy's looking at a bunch of these cups, right? And they all have like cool things, and it's usually indicative of looking at your dreams and options. Then we have 3 of Wands with this guy is looking out into the horizons. It's like you're looking forward. You're not looking backward. You're looking forward about what do you want in your life, and how do you want it to manifest, and who do you want in your life. You're really taking an inventory, I feel like, this next year, and putting back the old and bringing in the new, but at a beautiful pace that's tailored to your comfort zone. And I think it's very smart and wise energy to move at your own pace. You don't need to do it at any other pace than your own pace. You know what I mean? It's wonderful that you're moving at your own pace. That's what you want to do. Okay, so we have Love, Spirit, what's going on in love for pile 1? Did I say pile 2 at any point? Sorry, guys, if I did. So pile 1's love, Spirit. Okay, is it up or down? Up. King of Swords. See, there's a King of Swords coming in, I think, for you guys. Oops, there's too many. Okay, we've got Judgment, upright. All right, one more, Spirit. Oop, there's more. Okay, so what's interesting is we keep having a bunch of cards come out on accident, and that always means that there's a lot of messages that want to come out for this specific love thing. Okay, we have King of Cups in reverse, which is really interesting. I think you're learning about the difference between the King of Cups reverse and the King of Swords upright, and there's this Judgment card between them. Like, that's really interesting. This is really interesting. So, King of Swords upright is like really strong, mental power, truth, power, wise counsel. We have King of Cups in reverse, which is immature, overly emotional, overwhelmed, anxious, uncaring, unkind, cold, repressed, moody, controlling. And then we have Judgment, which I think is really, really interesting. So I think that you're moving, there's an awakening of understanding what you want in relationships. Maybe you have had a King of Cups in reverse. Maybe you've had somebody, doesn't have to be masculine, and they might have good masculine energy, I don't know. But there's somebody that has been immature, somebody that has not treated you right, that's been unkind and uncaring. And then now you're moving into this beautiful King of Swords energy, which is somebody who is very intellectual, who is very wise, who is, or maybe you, okay. You, since it's a soulmate love reading, I think that you're learning about what you deserve. You're having an awakening to what you deserve. You don't deserve the King of Cups reverse. You deserve the King of Swords upright. You deserve somebody that's going to treat you right. You deserve somebody that is wise, somebody that stands in their power. You want someone that stands in their power, and you want someone that has a good relationship with their emotions, and you're awakening and having a self-evaluation in love about where have you had patterns of bad relationships in the past? What have you accepted when you shouldn't have? And how can you bring in and continually choose yourself and have boundaries? If somebody, it's really interesting. Someone said this to me. If you want to see how somebody is with boundaries, throw a small boundary at them. Like, let's say you say, I want you to call me at 3 p.m. today. Can you do that? If they don't call you at 3 p.m. today and they don't respect the boundary of, not even a boundary, but an ask, a want, a need, I need you to call me at 3, and they don't call you at 3, then they probably aren't going to respect the bigger ones. And I don't know why I felt the need to say that. I think it's very interesting. I think that you're now learning about how to set better boundaries, but also, like, if you have to set boundaries with people, maybe it's someone you don't really want in your life. If you have to set boundaries with them, I think, yeah, I just think you guys are doing really, I think you guys are really awakening to what you deserve, what you want, and what you don't want, and how you have accepted behavior and lack of love in the past to feel okay and to not be alone. I think you're looking at, I can be alone, because you're really doing that over here. You're learning about that over here. I can love myself on my own. And then because of that, you're realizing what you deserve and that you don't need to accept this King of Cups in reverse. You know what I mean? Okay, for career, Spirit. Oops, see, more in career too, guys. Look at it. Okay, so I'm going to take, we have the Tower upright, 10 of Wands in reverse. We have 2 of Cups. We have, what is this? 3 of Pentacles in reverse, and we have the Moon in reverse. I don't know why I want to take all of them, but I do. Okay, so the Tower, it's like taking down, just destroying what is no longer necessary. Destroying a foundation of what no longer is serving you. The Tower can't happen in a part of your life where you have a great foundation that's unshakable. The Tower happens and destroys, like almost destroys places that can't hold up on their own and that need to be torn down so that we can rebuild. I think there's a rebuilding of your career, which is, it's just because we have building blocks. I think you guys are revamping your career in some way or looking at your career in a new way in 2023. We have 10 of Wands in reverse, and it's about feeling burnt out, and it says beating a dead horse, kind of. And maybe I think that you're feeling burnt out about this Tower moment. I think you're learning about how to have better relationships. Again, with the 2 of Cups, we have the 2 of Cups, which is unified love and partnership. I think there's a new partnership. There's somebody in your life that you have a career relationship with that you can trust. And I think that you're relying on them during this breakdown of whatever this bullshit that happened with this other karmic person. And then we have the Moon in reverse. And the Moon in reverse is also about trickery, like lack of mental clarity, untrustworthy. I think this is more of the same what I was just talking about. Then we have Three of Pentacles in reverse. And this is about learning how to leave behind the people that don't learn from their mistakes and having a willingness to learn. I think in 2023, you're having a willingness to learn. You're figuring out which partnerships are working well for you. You're letting go of the people that don't, and you're learning about how people use trickery to overpower you, control you, fuck your business up, whatever, right? And I think you're really learning about how to move through this energy. I feel like, see how the energy is moving up? And then we have Three of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, you're moving up, except for this Three of Pentacles, but I put them all in backwards, so I actually don't know about that. But you guys are really learning about what partnerships are good for you, how to rely on somebody in your business that actually is trustworthy, how to leave the people behind that really don't have your best interest at heart. It's interesting because this analogy came into my head. There's people that are always going to be at the bottom of the mountain throwing shit at you. And then you basically are, people throw shit at you. They're going to throw shit at you from the bottom of the mountain because you're climbing the mountain. But they're going to stay at the bottom of the mountain. You're going to keep climbing. And, one day you're going to look down and they're not going to be climbing the mountain and you're going to be at the top and fuck them. They throw shit on people at the bottom of the mountain because they don't want to climb it, or because they think you're climbing better than them, or because they're too afraid, or whatever the fuck the reason is. But you guys are not somebody that throws shit on people because they're climbing the mountain. So find the people that you can climb the mountain with that actually will help you climb the mountain and work with you on your way there. And then when they get to the top with you, they're going to celebrate you. That's the people you want to work with. And I think that's something you're learning in 2023. Okay, for friendships. Let's see what we have for friendships. We have Page of Pentacles upright. I feel like so many cards want to come out for each of your piles, guys. Two of Wands upright. We have Death. There's the Death card. I told you guys. I said the Death card earlier. Okay, so Page of Pentacles. Sorry, my nose is running. Page of Pentacles, there's solid beginnings in your friendships. And there's this Two of Wands, which is all about choices. You're learning about two paths, decisions, planning. You're learning about how to choose, who to choose, and how to choose them. And why you want to choose the person you're choosing for friendships. And making sure you're being very intuitive about your choices and seeing how they actually are. Friends are not with you, and I think you guys are going through a massive rebirth on all piles. But for your friendship, I think you're going through a slow rebirth. The Death card is, okay, so it's interesting because we have the Tower card over here, and the Tower card is always about us, like, when we want fast and quick change, the Tower comes in. When we ask for slow and gradual change, the Death card comes in. And so I think you guys are going through a slow and gradual change. And I'm not saying you asked for the Tarot over here, I'm just saying that's a different type of energies, So you have a quick transition in 2023, if it hasn't already happened yet, in your career. And then you have a slow transition with your friendships. And it really is, your friendships are changing because you are changing. You guys are changing so much. You guys really are. You guys are truly changing who you are in every single level. You guys are changing who you are. And it's really beautiful. And I think you guys should be very, very, very proud of yourselves. Okay, so I'm going to pull, finally, for the last couple cards. I really wanted to pull these ones, but I don't know if it's... Spirit, is there anything else we have for 2023 for general messages for pile 1? General messages for pile 1. We have perfection. Perfection. So this is more, I think, you just learning about how to... Perfect is a harsh... I don't like perfection because I feel like it makes you feel like you have to be perfect, but I think that you're just learning about how to finesse your love for yourself and learning about how to maybe not have to be perfect. Maybe you're learning that you don't have to be perfect, you just have to be yourself. You know what I mean? God, I love that. You don't have to be perfect, you just have to be yourself. Because you're wonderful just the way you are. You don't need to be anything else for anybody. All you got to do is be yourself for yourself and love yourself the way that you love others. All you have to do is use your loyal heart on yourself. Truly, guys. Okay, so for another message for general messages, we have lost compass, getting back to integrity. That's getting back to yourself, getting back to how do I love myself in the best way possible. And look how gorgeous this card is. It screams at me. It's absolutely beautiful. It's like explosion of who you are, an explosion of your beautiful heart. And you're learning about how to use this energy that you use on others inside your heart and move it back into yourself. You're learning about how you are special, you are beautiful, you are loyal, you are meaningful, you are smart, you are wise, you are a very, very good friend and lover. You are wonderful, and you're learning about how to turn the energy and compassion and all that beauty to other people. You're learning how to turn it back onto yourself, and you will only explode in amazingness if you do that. I'm telling you guys, in 2023, I think is a very, very strong year for you guys, and learning about how to love yourselves. Truly, 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 truly. Okay, so for love spirit, is there anything else we need to know for love for 2023? We have acceptance. Oh, look. Oh my God, you guys. So I was talking about a spirit person bringing in love relationship for you, and there's a spirit person that's over her. And I think this is just in a confirmation that there is somebody that is helping bring in a soulmate for you and helping you learn that it's okay to love someone else. It's okay to have a significant relationship. I don't know, some of you might have lost a significant person, like a significant relationship, and they passed on. And some of you, that's just for some of you. So I know that's probably for a very select few. But you're learning about that you deserve love. You deserve acceptance. You deserve to have a beautiful soulmate connection. You deserve to be loved and accepted by this soulmate. You know, like you deserve acceptance in all areas of your life. Maybe, and you're learning about how to accept yourself. It's not just about accepting other people. I think you're very good at accepting other people. I think you're having a hard time getting accepted from other people. Like, I think you're having a hard time being accepted. I think other people don't accept you, and you're learning about how to accept yourself. And because you're learning about how to accept and love yourself, you're learning about how to expect that from others and only have the others that give that to you in your life. Okay, so I wanted to get one more for love spirit. We've got a tidy house, clarity, and organization. I think this is clarity in your home, which I feel like is your safety. It's not about like your literal home. This is the home inside yourself. This is the safety and the beauty that you're creating inside yourself. This card, like right here. You're having clarity on what's going on inside yourself, and you're organizing it. I guess is not the greatest word, but and you're learning about how to be number one. Really, really, truly, 2023 is a year of you learning how to put yourself first in every single area of your life. And that brings in this beautiful clarity in self-awareness for yourself, but also in relationships. And then that brings in somebody that actually is a very healthy, emotionally stable person for you guys. Okay, so this for, what is this? Career. Spirit, anything else for career that I need to know? For career for pile 1. Instinct. Wow, guys. Trust your instinct. Like, there's another freaking, you know what? Call in wolf energy. Call in wolf energy. Ask if you're having a hard time getting connected to your instincts. Call in wolf energy. But also, this is just telling you, trust your instincts with your career, with the people that are in your career or that you are working with on a collaboration or creative project. Trust your instinct above all else. Root girl, the disowned self. This is interesting. So the root girl is about, there's a part of you that is being disowned. And I think that being able to move through this karmic person that comes into your life, it's about getting connected to the part of you that you may have disowned, the part of you that may be vulnerable, the part of you that, there's a part of you that is feeling disowned. There's a part of you that is feeling left out in the cold. There's a part of you that is very vulnerable. And what it talks about, the disowned self is one of the best parts of ourselves. So finding and championing and loving and nurturing this beautiful part of you that is hidden and sad and left out in the cold, finding that part and loving that part is going to help you with this lesson. That's part of the lesson. When you find this part of yourself and trust your instincts above all else, you are going to crush this lesson. That's how you do it. It's how you do it. I'm telling you right now. Find the part of you that's hidden, the part of you that's vulnerable, the part of you that doesn't want to come out because she's afraid or he's afraid. Seriously. Okay, so for the last one, we have friendship, spirit, friendship. Wow, it's already 7:02. Jesus, 40 minutes. Whoops, guys. Oopsies. Okay, I'm sorry. I was just like that. Damn, this is a long reading. I gotta go soon. Okay, so for friendship. Workaholic. This is friendship, right, guys? Yeah. Workaholic. Okay, this is interesting. Oh, okay. So make sure that your work is not coming ahead of your friendships. Choose your friendships unless you need to work like it's like important. But I'm saying like don't moderate and balance between work and friends. I think there's just a call to balance. It's not going to be a big issue. I think it's just something that you should just pay attention to. If you're choosing work over your friends in a way that you don't really need to be working that much or it's too much, just understand that maybe some of your friendships will thrive better if you choose to balance your work and friendship life a lot better. That's kind of what I'm getting. All right, and then one more, Spirit. Oop, I got two more. Okay, so we got Whale Song resonating, and we've got Mandy. That's interesting. I said Mandy, that's weird. Many Masks, the authentic self. Is there anyone that's named Mandy here, guys? Or know somebody that's named Mandy? Maybe a friendship that's coming in is someone named Mandy. I don't know. Many Masks, the authentic self. I think this is, again, learning about the masks of others and learning about how to see through the mask. Trust yourself when you see through the mask, and then only invite the people in that don't have a mask on, that are authentic. You want friendships that are authentic. I think you're choosing authenticity in 2023. And I think you are choosing people that resonate at a deep level with you. You want deep friendships, and deep friendships are coming in for you at 2023. So, damn, guys, your 2023 is looking so awesome. I'm so excited for you guys. I hope you guys are excited too. You guys are learning so many lessons, and you're going through so many things. And I just think that you should be so proud of yourself because to get to this spot, you have to do a lot of healing. To get to these energies, to learn these lessons that you're learning or going to learn or that you have been learning, and more patterns of learning are happening. To get to this point, you have to have worked on yourself a lot. So I hope you guys are really proud of yourselves, because I'm really proud of you too. And if you guys like this reading, will you put a whale or a wolf as your in the comment section? And also check out the Mirai sisters. I'll put it in my description box, my link to my video about the Mirai sisters. There's messages probably there for you. I think there is. If you haven't watched it, check it out. If you don't want to, that's totally fine. Like and subscribe, guys, and I will see you guys next time. Hi, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. So today we're looking at 2023, your year in detail. Here is your general messages for 2023. Your love messages are here. Your career is here, and your friendships are here. So for your general messages for 2023, we have 1, Ghost of the Pumpkin Patch, Count Your Blessings. We have 23, River Woman. We have 14, Truth Be Told. For your love, we have 5, Out Trick-or-Treating, We're Here. 44, You Are Sacred. And 42, Chop Wood. For here, your career, we have Angel de los Muertos, Transitions to the Spirit Realm. 36, The Ancients. And 51, Milk and Honey. For your your friendships, we have 18, Violet Duchess, Stifled, Bored, and Stuck, 18, Offerings, and 28, Building Blocks. So, first of all, when I was tapping into your energy, 2023, it seems like it's a very full embodiment, happy year for you guys. Like, you guys I saw you dancing, I saw you having beautiful relationships, I saw you hugging someone, I saw you really excited about the year. I feel like this year is going to go really well, especially with the energy that I'm feeling and what I'm seeing. So for your general messages, you have done a lot of healing work. This river woman is very comfortable in the water, and she is like holding it, and water is very reminiscent of your subconscious. And I feel like you've done a lot of healing, and you've gotten very, very good at learning about your emotions and feeling your emotions, sitting in your emotions, and letting them move through you. I feel like 2023 is like almost this extra. You've done this already in 2022. I feel like you're bringing more, you're finessing your emotions and how to move through them and how to feel them and how to not get totally hit off course when you're having deep emotions. I feel like you guys are really in 2023 seeing your blessings come to fruition. There's this Count This Blessings card, and then we have Truth Be Told. You're learning about the truth of who you are. You're having this full embodiment of the healing work that you've done. It's really beautiful energy, you guys. I'm really excited for 2023 for you, because it seems very it's almost like after the rain, there's a rainbow. We have a rainbow right here, and I just feel like there's so many colors, and I feel like your life is becoming very colorful, but that's because in 2022, I think you've had a huge year of healing, and I think that you've been healing for a couple years. I feel like, or maybe, I feel like this 2022 for you, I feel like has been a really big healing year, and it may have had some darkness, but I feel like what 2023 is, because you've walked through that darkness and because you had so many lessons in 2022 is what I'm getting, you guys are really having the seeds that you planted come to fruition. You're having your blessings come. There's abundance coming in. I feel like you've learned about the truth of who you are, and you're wise, and you're holding yourself at such an esteem that you haven't been able to before, because you've built your self-esteem up. I feel like you've really worked on your self-esteem and your self-worth in 2022, and in 2023 it's like that beauty, self-worth, and that self-esteem that you've been building up so much, it's coming and bringing in so many beautiful things, and you feel so much more comfortable in your skin in 2023. I feel like you guys aren't caring about what other people think. You're really learning about how to love yourself, and 2023 is the year that is like, I'm not saying that hard things don't happen, but what I am seeing is this beautiful, meaningful completion of this healing that you've kind of been working on, in a way where it's like you planted seeds in each area of your life, and you're now seeing those seeds come to life. And it's like you're flowering, you're blossoming, you're having these roses, these rose petals around you in this wisdom card, and you're flowing. You've learned how to flow, and there's beautiful flow in your life, and you've learned about balance, and you are seeing and feeling so grateful for yourself in 2023, and grateful for the healing work that you've done, and grateful for the people that you now are finding, and the people that are having good relationships with you. I think there's this beautiful feeling of love for yourself, and it's almost like so emotional, because you guys have done so much work to get to this point, and you're like, oh my God, I finally feel safe in my skin. I finally feel comfortable with who I am. Oh my God, I love myself. And there's emotion in that, because I don't know if you've loved yourself for a long time. And I think that you're number one. There's this number one card right here, number one. And you guys, and there's a 1, 4, and a 2, 3, but I was seeing 2 and 1 here. And I think that you just are really learning about how to put yourself first, and in all areas of your life you've tried to put yourself first, and now the beauty of you putting yourself first is coming out and showing in your life, and you're seeing the manifestations of you putting yourself first and how that manifests in your life now, because it's not the other way around. We don't see it outside and then we do it inside. We see it inside and then it comes outside. And it's almost like you didn't feel good enough, right? When you start to feel good enough, when you start to say, I am good enough, I am lovable, I am enough, when you start to say that, then your life starts to show it to you. You are good enough. She's saying, or he's saying he's good enough right now, or she's good enough. Guess what? We're going to show him how good enough he is. We're going to show her how good enough she is. We're going to give her data and evidence showing what her belief system is, or his belief system is. You guys have changed your belief system and done a lot of work on that, and now your life in 2023 is showing the manifestation of the core beliefs that you've decided to change into something better, change into healthy beliefs, change into the reality of who you are. You're seeing the truth and the reality of who you are, and you have clarity. Before, you may have been clouded by negative beliefs because that's what you've been taught, but you have clarity now, and you are able to just move forward with that beautiful clarity and have it manifest in your life so beautifully. Okay, so for love, I really see in your relationships that you are learning about how to be engaged in love. You're learning about how to build slowly. You're learning that you are sacred in all relationships. I don't know if you've had bad significant partnerships in love previously, but you are learning that you are sacred, and that you are here, and that you do deserve someone that's engaged, that you deserve someone that's engaged, 4, 3, 2, I don't know why I'm seeing the numbers so clearly in these piles. I don't usually pay attention to the numbers that much, but for some reason, maybe numerology is something that's been happening. Maybe you guys have been having a lot of numbers come up lately, but I'm really attracted to the numbers. I don't know why. Sorry, I got off track a little bit. But you're having great change in, because you've done this work over here in loving yourself, that's now coming out into your relationships, was what I was kind of saying, and in significant partnerships. I feel like you're learning about how to stay in the moment. You're learning about how to invite soulmates and friendships, we're not there yet, but soulmates that truly treat you the way that you deserve as a divine, sacred being. It doesn't have to be spiritual. You guys are sacred. You guys are beautiful. You guys do deserve somebody that treats you like you are sacred, and you're learning about how to build a relationship based on the fact that you are sacred and that you engage. You're very engaged, and I think you're learning about how not to look at the past, not let it affect your relationships now, and learning about how to be in the present and how to be engaged in the person that you're in front of and not take past relationship problems and project it onto the person that you're with. I think you've done a lot of healing to do that, though. So it's not easy. It's not easy. We do it all the time. We're human. We will always compare. But I think that what you are learning in 2023 and what you've learned in 2022 and that's now coming to fruition in 2023 is this idea of, I am taking you at face value. I am building the relationship up slowly. I am staying in the moment. I am working hard to make sure that the relationship is healthy, that there's no codependency, that you have emotional independence. You have emotional independence. I usually see in soulmate readings like a soulmate coming in or whatever, but what I find for your soulmate energy is that you are learning about how to have emotional independence, how to fill your own cup, how to love yourself, how to see that you are sacred, how to build yourself up. And then when we do that, if you don't have a significant person in, when your person coming in, or if you don't know or whatever, if you focus on filling your own cup and loving yourself so that you don't need a soulmate, that always brings in a soulmate. Like, that's when you start to say, I don't need anyone else to love me to be okay, and I don't need a relationship. What always happens is we get a relationship coming in. And so I think the fact that you're in this beautiful emotional independence relationship with yourself, you are calling in something very, very beautiful. You are sacred, and you are calling someone in who is sacred. If you're already in a relationship, then you're finding about how to work with your partner and how to have emotional independence in 2023 and how to choose yourself and validate the other person's feelings, but also validate your own feelings. I think you're very good at validating everyone else's feelings. I don't know if you've always been good at validating your own feelings, but you're learning about how not to take things personal. You're learning about how to see when someone else's wounding is getting in the way and that's why you're having an argument. You're learning not to blame yourself, and you're learning about how to love yourself and validate your own feelings and give yourself what you need. If you're not feeling like your partner or whoever it is validating you, what you're learning about in 2023 is how to validate your own feelings, how to say, I don't really care what they think. If they don't feel that way, if they think I'm not this or I'm not that, I know I'm those things. I don't need them to think that about me. I want them to think that about me, but I don't need them to think that about me to know it myself. You are knowing yourself. You are knowing you are sacred. You're validating your own feelings. You're finding your emotional independence in love. I mean, it is very, very, very evolved and strong energy. It's gorgeous because it's in the soulmate place, which I think it's so hard, I think, in society and now it's just, we always have emotional codependency, and I think that maybe you've dealt with emotional codependency, but in 2023, you aren't going into relationships that are codependent anymore, and that be these relationships or your friendships. Okay, for your career, we have transitions to the spirit realm, the ancients, and milk and honey. It's like the land of milk and honey. It's interesting. So I feel like if you guys aren't in a spiritual career, I feel like you are beginning to come into a spiritual career. I feel like if you're not in a spiritual career, you have ancestors that give you ideas or messages or help you in your career. I feel like your career is becoming more spiritual for some reason. That's what I feel. Maybe not all of you are spiritual, but I really feel like we have this transition to the spirit realm, and then we have the ancients. And I feel like your spiritual career, your career is becoming more spiritual, and because you're relying and bringing more of the spirituality into your career, you're finding that it's taking off a lot stronger, and you're moving into the land of milk and honey. I feel like you guys have a good career. I'm not saying you don't. I feel like you guys already have a good career. I think you're learning about how to collaborate more with people that actually treat you right. I feel like you're learning about how to bring in different energies. There's this wolf energy. It's really interesting. So we have this wolf energy. It's like a wheel, right? We have this wolf energy, then we have this medicine woman, then we have this man, we have this deer, and we have this crow. I think you're learning about each of these different types of energies and how to see how this guy's sitting here, and then like there is all this wisdom coming in. I feel like you guys are learning about how to bring the wisdom in and relying more on your spiritual gifts to bring wisdom in to now put it out into your career, and then you're having milk and honey happen because of it. And there's this beautiful sweetness that's coming in about your career. I think some of you may be revamping your career, not all of you, but I feel like maybe if you've been in a career that's already been spiritual, you're learning about how to revamp it and reinvent it into even more. I feel like you guys are learning about how to get connected to your heart. I feel like you guys are learning about how to get connected to the spirit realm and your heart. You're learning about how to get connected to your heart space when you are in work, and how to put your heart space into your creative projects, and how to protect yourself from people that may want to harm you because they are jealous or they want to control you. I think you guys are having great change in your career. I feel like your career is really taking off in 2023 because of this beautiful spiritual support that you're now deciding to rely on, and you're deciding to usher in and receive. And then like we have another heart. Oh my God, I didn't even notice this. Okay, so she's holding her heart, right? And I was like, you're getting connected to your heart chakra. Then we have this guy, and he has like a heart right here. You see that? And he's getting connected to his heart too, while using the spirituality of others and the wisdom of others. I think that, and this wolf really calls to me too. I think you're really learning about how to trust your own instincts. And this crow as well. Crows are very smart, guys. Crows used to send messages to other places back in the day. It's a very wise energy. They're very smart. They're very clever. They know how to take care of themselves. I think that you're learning now how to take care of yourself, and you're learning about how to trust your own instincts, and you're learning about how to protect your heart when it comes to career from other people. I think other people have tried to harm you in your career or with your work projects because they've been very jealous. I think that you're learning about how to continually choose yourself, listen to your instincts, and rely on more of the spiritual aspect of whatever your career is. And I think that the rainbow's coming in, and the milk and honey. It's like this sweetness, this beauty, this meaningfulness, and it's almost like a passion explosion and a rainbow explosion of ideas, because you're learning about how to listen better. I think you're learning about how to listen better in 2023. You're learning about how to listen to your heart better, learning how to listen to the spiritual realm, learning about how to listen to maybe there's something you're changing in the aesthetic too, because her hair really is calling to me. Maybe you're learning about how to change the aesthetic in your career as well. You're learning about how to maybe you're really good at interior design. You're learning about how to rely more on other gifts and bringing it into a better package. You're packaging it better almost. I don't know how to explain it. It's a little bit, I don't know if I'm explaining it right, guys, but I'm trying. Okay, and so for your friendships, I think you've had people that haven't loved you and haven't been good friends to you. That's what I'm getting. I think in 2023, you're learning about how to build blocks with relationships better, how to find people that have the offerings to give you. I think you're learning about what people are actually giving you what you need, and what people are acting like they're giving you what you need. I think you're learning about the masks of friendships. I think you're learning about how to see through and trust your instincts in your friendships more. I think you're learning about how to receive better from your friendships, and learning that you deserve to receive what you give back. You guys are very good friends. You guys are very, very giving, but I think you're learning about how to take the offerings and not only give them, and also making sure to give them to the people that actually deserve it, and learning to trust your instincts when you feel like you're giving more and they aren't giving back to you the way you are, and learning about how to find the people that appreciate the offering that you give, and learning about how to, maybe you want more friends that are spiritual, maybe you don't, but I feel like some friends could have been hurting you spiritually, because sometimes people spiritually attack you. I feel like that could have been happening. I feel like you learned how to protect yourself in 2023. You learned about how to leave behind the people that were attacking you or targeting you. And now you're learning about how to bring in or how to rely on the friendships that actually give you what you deserve and don't hurt you because they don't like what you're doing, or they can't control you, or they don't like what you're putting out, or they don't like blah, 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 right? That's kind of what I'm hearing from the other person, which is not very nice. Like they're like, I don't like it. But it's like jealous energy, and it's very like stuck in stifled energy. They're trying, I feel like your friendships have stifled you in the past. I feel like you haven't been able to be yourself, and you're now in 2023 being like, no more to this, and like, I'm bringing this in. And you're learning about how to move slower in relationships. You're learning about how not to jump headfirst into a relationship without feeling out the person first. You're learning about how to be more cautious. I think it's very important. I think you're learning about how to be cautious but not overly cautious. I feel like you're learning the balance between caution and protection, like too much, like almost like being stuck and like hidden. You're learning about how to slowly open yourself up at a pace you're comfortable with enough so that you're learning about what actual trust feels like between two friends. You're learning about what trust actually feels like and what it's looked like in the past and it hasn't been. I think you've had enough relationships that have been shitty in friendships to where you're now learning about what it feels like in the shitty relationships and what it feels like in the good relationships. Because I feel like you have at least one or two or three people in your life that you can actually trust and that you actually are very good friends with, and you've had a great relationship with them. And I think you're like, that's what I want. I want more of that. And I think you're bringing more of that in because you're getting more clear on the energies of how to trust yourself and the energies of what it feels like with this person and what it feels like with this person. Okay, so I'm going to get some tarot. You guys are doing really great. You guys are doing fucking awesome. Right now and in 2023. Okay. Spirit, can I get general messages for 2023 for pile 2? Okay, we've got the devil, but it was sideways, which I think is interesting, but I'm going to put it upside down. Is it the devil? Yeah, the devil upside down. Okay. We've got 6 of Pentacles in reverse. I think you're unchaining yourself. I think you're breaking chains. You could be overcoming addiction. Or addictions or bad habits, but what I really feel here is that you're breaking the chains that you put on yourself, and in 2023 you're gaining your freedom. And then we have 6 of Pentacles in reverse. I think that people have abused your generosity, and I think you're learning about how to find the people that actually accept your generosity, the people that can give you back the same generosity, that can give you back the same beauty that you give out to others. I think you're learning about, in 2023, you're no longer accepting, the abuse of your generosity or the abuse of your power. You're learning about how to break free from the people that choose to try to stifle you. You're learning about how to break free from old belief systems, from the chains of your past, and you're gaining freedom and gaining friendships and relationships that actually give to you what you give back. And then we have Knight of Swords. And Knight of Swords is passion, adventure, energy. And I don't know if this is a Knight of Swords coming in for you. Spirit, what is this Knight of Swords about? Can I get a clarifier? We've got wow, look at that, guys. We've got the Lovers. I was thinking it was a relationship, but I didn't know for sure. I think it's interesting that it's not in the love relationship. I think it's interesting that it's in the general, but whatever. So you may have a Knight of Swords coming into your life, someone that is very energetic and passionate, confident, someone that is very ambitious, action-oriented, driven, and you could be bringing in a love relationship like that. But I also think that it could be that you're gaining a love relationship with the part of you that is that way. You're learning about how to maybe stand in your masculine power more, and learning about how to be action-oriented, how to be more driven, how to move faster in your life in the way the way that you champion yourself. So it could be different. So just take whichever one resonates more for you, because I think it's different for some of you. Okay, so for the love relationship, we have Fate. That's interesting. Wheel of Fortune. Fated, Destiny. There's destiny. There's some type of destiny coming in with your lovers, which the lovers or with your soulmates or whatever. With your love in 2023, there's something fated and destined that's coming in for you guys. We have 2 of Swords in reverse. You're indecisive about something, but I don't know what. We have 10 of Wands in reverse. Okay, what is 10 of Wands in reverse? Okay, there's some problem. It's interesting. Okay, I don't know. Interesting. Okay, then we have Ten of Swords, and then we have Queen of Wands. Okay, this is interesting too. Okay. There's some situation that's causing you to feel burnt out, and I think that you're learning about what I think this is about. I think this is about you learning about which situations burn you out and cause you pain and fear in love, and how to not accept that anymore, and how to call in the Queen of Wands, which is you, I think, or someone else, but it could be a significant person for you as well. Strong, courageous, and passionate. You're learning about how to choose people that don't drain you anymore. You're learning about how to choose people that don't make you feel indecisive. If you feel like someone's not choosing you, they're not choosing you. If you're confused, I love this. Someone said, no, tarot reader, Tarot with Rich or whatever, he said this. If you feel confused, if you don't know how someone feels about you, and you feel confused, and they're like confusing, and you don't know what the fuck's going on, they are not choosing you. If they don't actively, passionately choose you and show you how much you mean to them, they shouldn't be in your life. Get rid of them, because they are not choosing you. I think you're learning about what it feels to be chosen in love. I think you're learning about the destiny of how you deserve to be chosen, because you are sacred under here. You deserve to be chosen. I think you're learning about and having lessons about people that don't choose you, and that make you feel confused, and that make you feel pain and fear and worry, and you don't know what the fuck's going on. You're learning about saying no more to that past energy. I'm pulling in, I'm sacred, I'm strong, I'm courageous, I'm passionate, I deserve to be chosen. You're learning about how to choose yourself, which is mostly what I was talking about previously with emotional independence. I think that this is just reminiscent more of like, you are choosing yourself in love, guys. That's what you're doing in 2023. You're learning about how to choose yourself in love. That is gorgeous. Okay, career. We have the World. Yeah, you're learning about how to put yourself out in the world, I think, too, with your career, with your passion projects. We have Queen of Pentacles and Five of Cups. Okay, Five of Cups. I think you're learning about how to not get stuck on your failures and disappointments in career. If we don't fail, we're not trying in anything. If we don't fail, we're not trying, okay? We always will make mistakes. Mistakes are a part of it. Failure is a part of it. And you know what? It's not failure. It's just a learning lesson. You're learning about how to not get stuck by your failures or your mistakes that you feel like you've made in career. You're learning about how to focus on what's actually in front of you. And you're learning about this Queen of Pentacles is gorgeous. You're learning about how to rely on yourself. This is the slowest card. And Pentacles is the slowest moving suit. But Queen of Pentacles also is about mature, grounded, business, high social status, loyal, successful, financially independent. You're learning about how to become financially independent and about how to build slowly in your career and not get blown up by these setbacks, and learning about how to put yourself out into the world and to be seen in your career. Okay, so for friendship, Spirit, we have Three of Pentacles in reverse. I think you're learning about how to leave the people behind you that, hold on, Eight of Wands, Spirit, 3, interesting. Ace of Swords, yeah, okay. You're learning about how to discern between the people that keep you from moving forward and the people that aren't growing and that make poor choices. You're learning about how to discern what friendships actually need to move forward and what friendships need to be left behind in 2023. You're learning about how to be more discerning and trust your instincts more, and there also is something here as well about breakthroughs. You're having a breakthrough in your awakening in your head about your friendships in 2023. You're learning about, it's like you're having this awakening about what you deserve and what you don't deserve in friendships in 2023, and you're learning about how to bring in this other energy, which is bringing in better friendships and learning how to trust the friendships that are already in your life that are good, basically, is what I'm getting. Okay, so I want to pull last cards. Okay, we have, I get all mixed up. We have general, love, career, and friendship. Okay. General, Spirit, can I get pile 2's general and an extra, just a last message for anything else I missed for pile twos, general message. Whoa. We've got gossip. Gossip, that's interesting. You know what? That's really interesting because I feel like if you're not being gossiped about, like, people really gossip about each other. Like, that's a thing. And you may have gotten gossiped about a lot. I think you're learning about how not to give a fuck about the people that gossip about you. And you know what? If people believe the gossip, then that's someone you don't want in your life anyways. Like, legit, like, don't get into the gossip. Just sit back and watch. Who's gossiping about you and why? And if you know it's not true what they're gossiping about, which usually it is not true, and you know what? It's bullshit if they're gossiping about you anyway. It doesn't really matter if it's true or not. I really don't give a fuck. If people are gossiping, those people that are gossiping, do not have them in your life. Do not talk to them. Fucking cut them out. And if you have people that are your friends that believe the gossip, or that are not your friends but around you that act like they like you but believe the gossip, those people are not good for you anyways. Let them show their true colors. Let the people that gossip about you show their true colors. Don't get involved, but see. You know what I mean? It's interesting. It's interesting we have a gossip card. I think it really is. But don't get caught up in the gossip. You got this, guys. People gossip about you because they're jealous. Literally, people gossip because they are jealous of you. We've got stranger curiosity. That's really interesting. I think it's so interesting, guys. So we have the Knight of Swords and the Lovers in here. Then we have a stranger coming in. There's somebody that's generally coming into your life that's a lover of some type, or it could be friendship, but I doubt it. If you're in a relationship, this message might not apply to you, but if you're single, there's a lover coming in that's reminiscent of the Knight of Swords, and there's a curiosity. There's a stranger coming in 2023 for you guys, and you're having a curiosity about it. And I think it's interesting it's in the general and not the love, so I don't know why that is, but I don't know. I'm not sure. I think be very curious about the people that come into your life. Take a minute, go slow, see how you feel intuitively. When you first meet someone, what does your intuition say right away? And go off that. And trust that. Trust your body. Your body knows. Trust me. You have good instincts. You guys have good instincts. We've got quest for love. Yeah, you're on an inner quest, like a deep inner quest. And then we've got Sky Bridge, possibility for union. See? There's a possibility for union, and then it's also here. It's interesting because I think this is just showing that there's a very big possibility for a soulmate connection in 2023 if you're single. And just, yeah, there's a big possibility. Since we have it in the general and we have it in the soulmate, come on, that's crazy. That's crazy. I think that's double confirmation that you're on the journey to meeting your soulmate if you haven't met them yet. And if you're in a relationship, then you're on a very big journey in learning about your significant other or soulmate, and you're learning about how to love each other better. All right. And then in career spirit, we have guilt. Okay. I think you're learning about how to not listen when you're feeling guilty. Not learning how to listen, but I think you're learning about how to not blame yourself for things that happen in your career. I think you're learning about how not to blame yourself and see how others actually play a part, because I don't think that you do anything to have, I really honestly don't feel like I don't feel like you're a person in relationships that causes problems. I feel like other people mostly cause problems with you. I think you're yourself and people don't like it. And I think that you may feel guilty and blame yourself for things that aren't your fault. And I think you're learning about how not to blame yourself for things that aren't your fault, especially when it pertains to your career. Oh shit, I just had a shit ton drop on the floor, guys. Bear with me. Okay, and usually when we have a bunch come out, that's always like reminiscent of like shit really happening in your career. Skywriting the fates. There's something fated about your career that's happening, guys, in 2023. There's a big takeoff of your career in spirituality, and it's written in the fates. There's something fated that's happening for you guys in your career. And it's dealing with the world, it's dealing with spirituality, it's dealing with not blaming yourself, it's dealing with having the right people come in for your career. I feel like more people are coming in for your career. Trust your instinct when you first meet them about when you first meet someone and they're coming in and they're wanting to work with you. Trust your instinct and go slow and get to know them. Get to know them. You know what I mean? All right. For your friendships, spirit. Oops, I'm doing the wrong one. For your friendship, spirit. For your spirit. I mean, you guys. We have facade. Yeah, you guys are learning about the mask. Like this is, I think I said this. I don't know if I did. But you're learning about friendships that are have a facade and have a mask on, and learning about what authentic relationships feel like. You're learning about how to trust in authenticity. You're learning about how to trust in what people are showing you that don't have the masks that are authentic. All right, and then we have dream thief, refusal of the call. That's really weird. What does that mean? Hold on, guys. Okay, so this card is about, it says, the dream thief is a soft and compelling seductress. Her only purpose is to keep you hypnotized by comfort and sameness. She wants you to tell your old stories over and over so you don't evolve beyond them. Ask yourself whether you are reverting back to the familiarity of your origin story of why you were wounded or when you were rejected. So I think this is about, you guys are getting clear. You guys have gotten really clear on the patterns of how your friendships have wounded you in the past. And you guys are learning in 2023 how to not let those patterns overtake you, and learning about how to do contrary action in friendships and not move into your woundedness. I think you guys have done a lot of lessons in this, but I think you guys are learning more about it. And I think that you're learning about how to face your woundedness when it comes to your friendships and how people have hurt you in the past and why. And that it is not your fault. And you guys take responsibility, I think, where you don't need to take it. I don't think you blame yourself for a lot more than you actually do. And I do think that you have woundedness in friendships, but I think that's because other people wounded you. And I think that what you're doing in 2023 is facing that woundedness even more than you already have. And because of that, you're bringing in more friendships. All right, can I get another one? I actually want another one for friendships for 2023 for Pile 2 Spirit. We got Spirit of the River. Movement towards adventure, 50. You guys are moving towards adventure with your friendships as well. You may be having more fun in 2023 with your friendships as well. You're learning about how to have fun, how to play better, how to have relationships that want to play and have fun and go on adventures. You are going on an adventure in 2023. You guys are really, really having a great 2023. I'm really excited for you guys, actually. You guys are bringing in a lot of beauty because you've done so much work on yourself and because you're continually looking at this stuff. So, okay, let me see. I'm trying to see what I should do for the emoji. Can you put a sun for your emoji if you guys are Pile 2 in the comment section? And I hope you guys liked my video. It was really interesting, and I think you guys are going to have a great 2023, and I'm so with you, and you're not alone, and you're doing a great job. Just keep going. You guys are on the right path. So, okay, like and subscribe, guys, and I will see you guys next time. Hi, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading. So today we're looking at 2023, your year in detail. So I pulled general messages for you guys. Love, relationships. We have career and finance, and then we have friendships. So for your general messages for 2023, we have 40, Angel of Time, working too hard, 27, Seer, 18, Serendipity. We have for love, 2020, I said 2020, that's weird. 22, Voodoo and Blue, back off. 1, Abundance. 39, New Life. For your career, we have 25, Sewer Mermaid. Your sensuality is beautiful. We have 13, Inner Healer. We have 47, Go the Distance. For your friendships, we have 24, Lantern, Fairy, A Clear Solution. 12, Gatherer, and 44, Thinker. So, for your general messages for 2023, I feel like you guys have been working so hard at healing. Like, I feel like you guys have done so much at healing. And I feel like if I could put a word for 2023 for you, it would be peace. You guys are really moving into, how do I cultivate inner peace? How do I sit in the beautiful work that I've done and find relief this year? And just be in myself and be free and sit in the grace and the peace of myself. And how do I cultivate inner peace? I just really hear, how do I cultivate inner peace? And you guys are really having your ability, your intuition is going off. I feel like you guys are really seeing things in a different way in 2023. Your third eye is already really strong, but I see in 2023, it's becoming even stronger, and you may identify as a seer. You guys may have prophetic dreams. You guys may have prophecies that you see in your mind come true. I feel like, oops, sorry guys, hold on. I feel like you guys are really seeing things in a way you haven't before. This year is about seeing things from a different perspective. This year is about finding your inner peace, and this year is about taking your foot off the gas pedal and cultivating rest more and cultivating being in the moment. I kind of feel like you guys are learning how to be in the moment better. You're learning about how to be more engaged. I think you guys have done a lot of work on not being in the past and not being stuck in the future. And I think you guys are learning about how to use your visions foreseeing in the future as not even you. I think you guys have used it as a way to keep yourself safe in the past, and I now think you guys are using it in a different way. I think you guys are learning your seer abilities in a more healthy way, I guess is what I'm saying. It's not even unhealthy what you guys were doing at all. I just mean like your seer gifts are becoming a lot more well-rounded and becoming a lot more strong in a different way. It's almost like you guys have had intuition in the past, but your intuition is going through a total change, and you're seeing things now from a different perspective that you weren't able to see them before. You're seeing them through a lot more of a calm and peaceful way. And when we get more peace and calm, our intuition gets stronger. When we are sitting in trust more and not fear, our intuition gets stronger. I think part of the shift that's happening is realizing you've done a lot of work on making yourself feel safe in your body, I think in the last year, 2022. And what you're learning now is how to take that safety and now inherently in your body know no matter what, you are safe because you've done that work. And I think that the gift of the work that you've been doing is coming out in 2023. You really are going to be in a lot of peace. You really are going to be able to be the sky and not the weather. You're not going to get overtaken by the weather. You're the sky. You know you're the sky now. And you guys are really reaching new heights. I feel like that's happening in your career a lot too, but I feel like you guys are really reaching these new heights in safety and in peace and in freedom, and reaching new heights in your intuition as well. And you're reaching new heights in your strength. You're reaching new heights in your resilience. You know so deeply in 2023 that you are a wonderful, beautiful, loving, kind, amazing human being, and you don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything to be you, because you are you, and that is good enough, and that is beautiful, and that is special. You guys are special. You know how special you are in 2023. You are learning how to sit in the peace and the comfort of who you are. You're learning about how your gifts are rapidly changing, and it's coming alive in certain ways that you've never seen before. That's kind of what I'm getting. In your love, we have abundance, new life. I feel like some of you just got out of a very hard relationship. This is not all of you, so if this doesn't resonate, don't take it. But some of you have just gone through a breakup of some type, or you have just healed abandonment wounds or attachment wounds from your parents or from your childhood. There's this back off card, and it's almost like I know how to protect myself from people that I wasn't able to before. I think you guys had a hard time protecting yourself from people that wanted to use you, or I think that you guys had a hard time loving yourself, and so you accepted relationships in your life that you maybe shouldn't have at the time, but you didn't know any better, and you've done a lot of healing on that, and I think you now are like, back off. I only want people, and I only want soulmate connections that are, healthy and giving and beautiful and meaningful, and you guys are cultivating this inner abundance, and this abundance is now happening. You are not codependent anymore. You guys have learned emotional independence, and you guys are ushering in this new beginning, this new life card of abundance, because you now know your worth, and you are not accepting anything less than that. You do not accept relationships. You are able to catch yourself if you're longing for a relationship that may not be as good, and you're learning about what relationships look good for you, what relationships you would feel safe in, what relationships actually give to you back what you give. I feel like you guys are in an extremely abundant mindset, because you now know that you deserve abundance in relationships. You now know that you are sacred. You now know that you are special, and that you do deserve someone that is going to treat you the way that you deserve. And there's this beautiful energy. Like it's strong, it's passionate. You guys have so much to offer, but maybe you didn't believe that before. But in 2023, and I think the last part, or the 2022 too, you have worked on this a lot. I feel like you've done a lot of work, and it's been a process, and it may have been a long process. And I think in 2023, you're finally like, no, back the fuck off. I deserve abundance. I deserve this new beginning. I deserve people. I deserve a soulmate that loves me. I don't need anyone to love myself. I know how to love myself. So if you can't come to me correct, then we're not going to work. That's kind of what I'm hearing. So for your career, you guys in some way are extremely a healer in some type, and you don't have to be in the spiritual spiritual work, but you could be. I feel like you guys are you're a healer. I think you guys have always been a healer. I think now you're learning about, there's more fast-paced movement in Go the Distance. And I don't know why this mermaid card's interesting too. Sewer mermaid, your sensuality is beautiful. I think you're learning about how your darkness can create light. I feel like you're learning about how your darkness can be a gift. You're learning about how your darkness can actually help in your career and help in your creative projects. I think you're learning about how to take the darkness and turn it into something meaningful in your career. And you're learning how to help other people heal because you've healed some of your darkness, and because you know how to go on the path of healing. You are now teaching others how to do that too in your career or in some type of thing. You're teaching others how to go the distance. You're teaching others how to love themselves. You're teaching others that their darkness is not bad. You're teaching others that the darkness is actually an asset, is actually can be your friend. It actually can help you. It actually can help you thrive. I think you're learning about how to help others on this path that you've done. You guys have done a lot of healing. You guys are an inner healer. You've done a lot of inner healing, and I think you're teaching others how to heal. And you're going the distance. You're learning about how to go after what you want, and learning about how to help others go after what they want, help others love themselves, help others become this beautiful butterfly that you are becoming. And for your friendships, there's a clear solution. It's almost like there's been a situation of some type with your friendships that you haven't been clear on. And in 2023, and I feel like even in December right now, I feel like in the last couple of days of December, there's a solution coming in about whatever the situation was. I don't think that you were held right in a friendship, and I think that you're now seeing things clearly where you weren't before, and you are learning about how to spot the people that are your friends that actually aren't your friends, that are wearing a mask, that are actually jealous of you, and you're learning about how to accept abundance from others and gather. You're learning about how to gather the fruit of your relationships. You're learning about how to gather friendships that actually love you, that actually treat you right. You're learning about how to dispose of the people that don't. You're learning about how to, I think you've been really alone in your friendships. I think you haven't had good friendships. I think you felt alone in friendships previously. I think you're really learning about how to shift your perspective on friendships. How to, this is like every single area you're awakening in some way. You're awakening here in your intuition and your peace. You're awakening here and learning about what you deserve in relationships and soulmate relationships, and how to bring in abundance because you deserve that because you're sacred. You're learning about how to help others in healing in career, and learning about how to evolve and help others evolve. And then here you're learning about, also there's another awakening happening in your friendship area. There's like massive awakenings happening in each area of your life. In 2023, I think that it's almost like epiphanies happen. You're having an epiphany every minute. Like it's almost like every month you have a new epiphany. That's kind of what I'm getting. You have an epiphany. You have an epiphany. You have an epiphany in one area of your life. And there are epiphanies that change your perspective so much so that it changes your life. And it's very beautiful. And so with friendships, you're having an awakening and realizing what you deserve and what you don't deserve. You're having an awakening and leaving the people behind that don't treat you right. You're having an awakening, and your intuition is helping you do this. The fact that your intuition is going into a whole new level, even though it's already fucking insane, it's going into a whole new level. It's helping you in every area of your life see clearly. And in friendships, I think you haven't been able to see clearly. It's been confused. You have been bogged down by thinking and worrying and all fears and pain and all that stuff, and people have confused you on purpose. And I think now, because of this beautiful revamp, and this actually might be why you're having the revamp, because some lesson happened to where you had to learn to use your intuition even more than you were before, and learning about how to trust your instincts. And it could be it could be affecting both. Like you could have had the lesson and affect your intuition, then your intuition affected the lesson, and vice versa. I feel like it's like a clear between the two. It's like almost like a tandem working together of your intuition's coming alive, and it's helping you in every single area of your life in 2023 in a different way. And I'm telling you, here's what I hear. I don't know how my intuition could get more than it is. And it can. Spirit's saying your intuition is at a level that most people only dream about, but the level that you're going to in 2023 is something that you can't even imagine, okay? Like, legit, you can't even imagine. And your intuition, the most thing that's happening in 2023 is your intuition is reaching new heights, and because of that, every single area of your life is becoming more and more embodied to where you want it, It's becoming more of what you need. It's becoming more of what you want. You're calling in people that you want. You're seeing clearly. You want this type of person. You're calling them in. You want this type of friendship. You're calling them in. You want to help people move through their pain. You're calling that in. You are calling in so many beautiful things in 2023 for you, but you're doing it. You're doing this. You're doing the work. Okay. I want to pull some tarot cards. Sorry, I got off there for a second, guys. Okay. Spirit, can I have general messages for pile 3 for 2023? We have Queen of Cups. I think this is you. I think this is you learning about your emotions. You learning about how to be the full embodiment of your emotions. I think you're learning about emotional independence, but emotional nurturance for yourself. I feel like you're teaching yourself how you're really truly nurturing yourself in 2023. Then we have Ace of Cups as well. You guys. Wow, that's really interesting. There could be a new relationship coming in for you, but I don't know if it's a significant soulmate relationship or if it's a friendship. We have a Knight of Wands as well. Okay, that's interesting too. Knight of Wands is also about self-confidence, passion, and adventure. There may be some Knight of Wands coming in, an energy of adventure, a person of adventure that's coming in for you, that's bringing you an emotional offer. It's interesting because we have it in general. That's really interesting, but it's very, very, very possible. Okay. In 2023. So we have 2 of Wands in reverse this is for love, spirit, love. We have 9 of Wands upright. Yeah. I think you're weary about having to go through this lesson that you've been learning over and over again about how to choose yourself and how to not have others you don't need others to validate you. I think you've been learning that lesson over and over again. I think you're tired of it. But guess what? You guys become the magician. Because you choose to keep facing this lesson, even though it's hard. You keep choosing yourself. There's 2 paths. There's 2 decisions. You're choosing yourself every time. And because of the choice, even though you're tired, even though you're burnt out, even though you're hurt and you're wounded, and it's fucking hard to keep going through this lesson, you're choosing yourself. And then guess what? You're the magician because you're choosing yourself. And you have everything you need. You are power, you are skill, your ability, your intellect, your psychic, you have psychic powers, you're influential. You are reinventing yourself. You have everything you need to reinvent yourself, and you are choosing yourself, and because of that, you're the magician, guys. Okay. I need career, spirit, the Empress in reverse. Yeah, okay. We have 6 of Cups. This is interesting. We have 10 of Wands and Ace of Swords in reverse. 10 of Swords, Ace of Swords in reverse. Did I say 10 of Wands? Okay, so I think that there's childhood issues that are connected to some wounding that you've had in abundance. I don't know if you feel like you deserve to call in abundance for yourself in career aspects. I think that's something that you're learning. I think you're learning about how your wounding affects your feeling of worthiness when it comes to receiving in your career. I have that too, so I totally get it. But what I think you're learning in 2023 is how to tackle the belief that you don't deserve to be successful. That's what I'm getting. You deserve to be successful. Say it. I deserve to be successful. I think that's something that you're learning in 2023. I deserve to be successful. I think you're also teaching others how to tackle their core beliefs of whatever their core beliefs are, because you have learned how to tackle your core beliefs. I think it's just another belief that you're working on. I think you're learning about how to nurture your career. I think you're learning about how to say, I deserve good things. I think you're learning about how to say, I deserve to be successful. And I think you're crushing this lesson in 2023, guys. Ace of Swords in reverse. I just want to see really quick. Yeah, I think that there's a lot of confusion and chaotic thoughts around abundance, the deserving of abundance, and the fear of do you deserve abundance? And you do. You may have had a wounding around that. I think you have. And so I think you're looking at that wounding in 2023. And when you heal this wounding, only abundance is going to be brought in, guys. I mean, come on. I mean, you have abundance up here as well. I think what you can do to help is apply what you've learned here and apply it here. I need to do this as well. Literally, this lesson I've learned over and over and over again. I don't need others to externally validate me to be okay, that I'm good enough as I am, right? I can validate myself. I don't need someone else to validate me and don't need someone else to make me feel okay and to get through life, right? And I learned that over and over and over again. But I too have this, and that's probably the next one I'm working on as well. Because I've learned this, and now it's like, how can I take this, what I've learned over here about how I deserve to be loved because I'm just beautiful as I am, period, end of story. And how do I take that over here and what I've learned over here and take it over here, that I deserve abundance because I am abundant, end of story. I deserve abundance because I am good enough, because my work is important, because I put effort into my work, and I deserve people to recognize that. I do, but there's still this tiny part of me that's like, no, you don't. So I think you guys still are having a tiny part of you that says that. But I think that in 2023, you're overcoming this, and you already overcome it here at the end of 22, I feel like, and you're just kind of like, you're really like, no, in 2023, you really have learned this lesson. I think you really have had a lesson just recently that you've like almost was like a final lesson, and you've learned that. And now in 2023, you're like, no. And then in 2023, you're having more of these lessons, and you're like, then you come out the other side and you're like, I deserve abundance, and there's not one part of me that says I don't. And then because of that, your career takes off in 2023. I think it's just being aware of what's going on in your head. I think that's the most important part. And I feel like you guys are very self-aware. So just continue doing what you guys are doing. You guys know how to heal. I don't need to teach you how to heal. You already know how to heal. So all you have to do is keep on doing what you know how to do in whatever area you need it in. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So for friendships in 2023, we have the Emperor. This is all about authority. You're learning about how to have inner authority and how to have authority in your relationships and how to call in relationships that help you stand in your power and that want you to stand in your power and that where they can stand in their power too. And we have the World. Wow. Major Arcana, major, guys. Major Arcana. We have 4 of Pentacles. Okay, so I think you've learned about how you don't need to hold on to people as friends. You don't need to hold on so tightly. You can let go. If you let go and they don't last, then that person wasn't meant for you. And I think that's something you've learned over and over again. And I think that that's something that you're taking in with you to 2023. I don't need to hold on to people so tightly. If they want to be in my life, they will. And I am safe in the world. And I have authority over my relationships, and I am the Emperor. I'm the Emperor, and I know how to stand in my power, and I know how to call in relationships that are good, and I know how to let go of the people. Let go, even if it's a good relationship, let go of it. See if it stays. I think it's a good barometer to see who really, really wants to be your friend and who doesn't. You know what I'm saying? If they don't text you ever again, or they don't text you for months and months, and I'm not saying people have to text you. I'm not saying that they have to always be in contact, but I am saying that if you stop texting them and they don't text you back for a long time, then maybe it's a friendship that doesn't really want to be friends with you. And I think that you're learning about what are my barometers for checking how my friendships, if my friendships are actually something that is good for me or is something that I need to let go of. Okay, so I want to get a couple more cards. Spirit, can I get a couple more? Did I miss anything for pile 1's general messages, Spirit? Whoa, that's a lot. So we have, I'm going to pull it out anyways. We have Gossip, Quest, and Abundance. So you guys are on this inner quest. I think that people could be gossiping about you. If people are gossiping about you, you don't need them in your lives. And don't believe the gossip. I think that you guys are learning that in 2023. I don't need to believe in gossip. I don't need the people in my life that are gossiping about me. If they're gossiping about me, they're jealous, honestly. And you guys are calling in abundance in your life in general, like truly, because you guys are on this inner quest that is so gorgeous. Okay, so we have faith in love. I think that you guys are having more faith in love. I think you're learning about how to have faith in yourself, and that's helping you learn how to have faith in love better. And then let's see this is for career, Spirit. We got balance. You're learning about balance, yeah. This is also about learning about how to balance between rest and working really hard. And then we had the working too hard card up here. I think you guys are learning about how to balance better in 2023. All right, and then friendship, we've got service and perseverance. Find the friendships that actually serve you well. I think you guys, it's interesting because we have this 2 orange cards, and I think that's very indicative of passion and orange and sacral chakra, which is also about creativity. What relationships make you feel creative? What relationships make you feel passionate? What relationships make you feel like you are free? What relationships make you feel like more of yourself and not less of yourself? That's kind of what I'm getting. All right, I need one last card for each pile, Spirit. Spirit for pile 3's general messages for 2023. Thus, moving out of stagnation. Yeah, you guys are moving out of stagnation. I feel like you guys have learned how to move out of stagnation. When you go through a lesson, I think that you guys have had stagnation in the past when moving through lessons, and now you know how to move through stagnation, and you're not having stagnation in 2023. 2023 is not about stagnation. 2023 is about peace, about moving forward, about flow. It's about balance. It's about abundance. It's about faith. It's about perseverance. It's about trusting yourself and loving yourself, and also finding the people. It's really about, you guys have really learned about how to love yourselves already in 2022. That may have been you loving yourself and healing on working on loving yourself. In 2023, it's about how is loving myself affecting my relationships. I feel like your relationships are very important in 2023. You're learning about how to call in the relationships that actually match your vibration now, your significant soulmate connections, and your friendships, and in your career. You're really learning about how to work with people and how to have friendships with people that are matching your energy, that actually make you feel more like yourself and love you the way you are, and also have their own power and doesn't try to steal your power and loves it when you stand in your power. I feel like 2023 is a relationship year for you guys, truly. Like relationships on all levels, career, love, and friendship. Okay, can I get one card for love? We've got falling angel, spiritual narcolepsy. What does that mean? Okay, hold on. Okay, this is what it says. Do not be seduced by the fallen angels, your supposed friends and companions who are ready to use you for their pleasure and have only their own interests in mind. As you soar once more in flight, receive the gift of the falling angel as an invitation to study the forest from above the trees. In other words, to analyze your situation from a higher perspective without being entangled in its thorny branches. Once you understand what needs to be done, head back to your lofty heights and stand by for the right moment. Action you take now may backfire. Stay conscious and wait until you are guided to change. You will know when the time is right. So this is just saying be more careful of people, and I think that's what you've been doing. I think that's exactly what I've been saying. I think that's something you've already learned, and now you're like implementing that learning lesson in 2023. We have Horseman, Herald of Change. There's great change coming in your career. There's fast-paced movement. We had the cheetah, and now we have the horse. This is about finding the people that are loyal to you, continuing on your work in your career, and your career is going through a major change and a major fast movement paced victory. That's kind of what I just heard. Victory. You guys are going through a career victory in 2023, truly. All right. And then we have for friendships, we have jeweled wed, connectivity. Find the people that connect with you. Find the people that you have the connection with. Find the people that want to understand you deeply and that you understand deeply. Find people that want to get to know you for who you are and who accept you and don't judge you for who you are. Wow, this reading was so extensive and amazing, and I'm just so proud of you guys. If you guys had pile 3, put an angel or a horse, whatever one you want, in the comment section if you can, guys. Wow, your 2023 is like very intricate. There's a lot going on in 2023 for you guys, but I think as long as you guys get back to serendipity, the piece of yourself, and continually choose yourself like you already are, that you've learned how to do, trust and rely on the lessons that you've already learned, trust in yourself, and you guys are having a great 2023. Like truly, you guys are having a great 2023 because you guys put so much work in 2022. So like seriously hear that and take that in. You guys have done so much work in 2022, and now because of that, 2023 is you're going to thrive in 2023. Seriously thriving, guys. Thriving in every area of your life. So I'm so proud of you guys. I think that's all I have for you guys though today, or for today, sorry. Anyways, like and subscribe, guys, and I will see you guys next time.